Hello everyone. Today I was thinking about forgetting stuff. Like the more we do something, the more we keep understanding it. Like every single time we do something, we remind ourselves of something new. And that's kind of interesting. Like reading books. When you're reading books, you are exposing yourself to different ideas. So the more you read, the more different ideas the more you get involved in different ideas, the more you learn, the more you get to know about the world, about yourself, about everything. But once you stop reading, the flow of new ideas stop coming and you kind of stay stagnating and going behind. And it's like this, I guess it's like this with everything we do. Like learning languages. When you, like my case, in the last few days I haven't been reading much in Japanese, and because of that I start forgetting stuff. I start forgetting what I already knew. The more I read, the more I'll remember, the more I'll learn, the more I will reinforce the things I have been learning throughout the years. So the more we do something, the more we reinforce the same activity, the more we increase the flow of ideas. And ideas is very, very important. Without ideas, I think we are just lost, because first comes the idea, then comes the action, and with actions come change. There are some activities that if you're not involved with them on a daily basis or kind of frequently, very often, you forget. And when you forget, you kind of lose some part of yourself. Like in my case, in the past I was very interested about business. I was reading about how to start a company, even how you start a company, how you start a business, about investing, about what make big companies big, look what is different about them. And I was searching and reading, listening to podcasts and all those kind of stuff. But once I stopped reading about it, once I stopped listening about it, I kind of start forgetting that part of myself, the part of myself who was interested about companies, about businesses. And it's fucking interesting, that just by stopping doing something, stop doing some series of actions, you can lose part of yourself, a part of yourself that was there, and that now, because you are not taking those actions anymore, it has disappeared, and I find it very fascinating. I started to think about it today because I was listening to Jordan B. Peterson. He has I think it was the first episode of his podcast on Spotify. I forget the title of that podcast in particular, but I was listening to it, and then all of a sudden the things I was learning in the past when I was going through those series, I start remembering it, and I was I kind of forgot everything about it. Like I was losing that information that with time would become knowledge. I was losing it because I was not doing it often enough, because I was not taking that series of actions anymore, and I don't want it. I don't want to lose the things I have been working on. I don't want to lose part of me. I know that sometimes that we have to make some sacrifice, like we have to let go of some part of ourselves so that we can get something better. But those stuff that I was talking about, like those like business thing and psychology stuff, to me is very interesting. I find it very important, and I do not want to lose it. And I don't know. I just wanted to make this video and talk a little bit about it, like just to think, like to remember myself that once I stop doing something, I will gradually start forgetting it. And if I do not want it to happen, I must continue doing it on a kind of very often, in a daily basis or monthly basis, whatever. But I have to continue the flow, I I cannot stop. Once I stop, I will start losing it. Since I do not want to lose it, I gotta keep going. But there's also the fact that once you let's say you were doing something in the past, and then since you stopped doing it, you start forgetting. But now in the future, you started doing it again, and it's not like you started from zero, because all of a sudden you start remembering the things you had learned at that time, So it's not like once you stop doing it, you will lose it forever. It's more like when you start it again, you start to remember what you already knew. So it's a constant state of forgetting and remembering. But the more you do it, the more you will remember, and the more you'll learn, and the more you will grow. So the best choice is to never stop doing it. Okay, guys. So he's Eduardo, and that was me thinking out loud.